Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. So we're going to just kind of change the style of today's video, and we're going to talk about common questions that have been put to us. So without further ado, we'll go straight into the questions. So some companies have already got a well-being solution or an EAP in place. So why should they use Spark? That's a really good thing that organisations are thinking about sort of well-being and employee support. That's not a bad thing at all. However, what we do know is adoption rates and take-up of such offerings doesn't tend to be great. So it ranges from kind of 5 to 40% adoption rates. So less than half of users or employees actually use those tools. So Spark works really well as a complementary tool, as a tool to kind of constantly have well-being at the forefront of individual thoughts. So what happens is people will actually start using Spark as a non-invasive preventative tool, but during that thought process, hopefully also start utilising the other kind of inventory of tools within the organisation. So it can actually work as a standalone, but equally a really good complementary platform. So another kind of question put forward is, what's the optimum size of organisation who can use Spark? So we've got organisations from 1 plus, where it's kind of self-employment. People are utilising it for themselves to improve their well-being on a day-to-day basis. But also organisations, at that kind of higher corporate level. It depends on that specific organisation, what their need and purpose is, and we can actually adapt and alter the way we roll out Spark to kind of make it quite agnostic for the size of organisation. So is Spark a clinical tool or therapy? Quite simply, no. We've purposely designed it as a preventative, proactive wellbeing tool. So it's that early intervention, early detection platform. What we want to do is to actually reduce stress. We want to increase mindfulness, and positive habit building. So, ultimately what we're trying to do is drive down burnout and, people actually leaving organisations or going off sick, or displaying signs of presenteeism. So, that's what we're trying to target. Okay, budget constraints. So this is kind of common, especially in the current kind of economic state, where there's a cost of living crisis, and that kind of affects organisations as well. The beauty of kind of Spark is you're not locked in, so it's a very affordable tool, and there's no kind of contract tie-in, so you're not tied down for 3+ years. And the other kind of aspect is the kind of return you get. There's research, there's studies that say it costs over £1,600 per employee if you don't actually do anything about well-being. So the impact on that employee is going to cost you about £1,600. So to kind of mitigate that, and investing in something like Spark, a very cost-effective tool, is a bit of a no-brainer. So how do we kind of differentiate between other kind of competition? So firstly, we focus on all 4 pillars. We're not just a mental health tool. And then secondly, we provide those key anonymized insights back to the kind of organisation, so that actually take some tangible steps to improve that working corporate culture. Because a lot of organisations have got zero visibility of kind of what's happening on the ground and how to react and change to it. And coupled with the fact that you're not tied in, we're not tying you down. We let the product speak for itself. It sets us apart from competition.